Friday, September 28th, 2018, and the Philadelphia Phillies are playing their third to last game of the season. In typical Phillies fashion, they wind up losing that game 10-2, and it is their 9th loss in a row. A team that once had playoff hopes earlier that month is now 3 games under 500, and their season is officially dead. The vibes among the players are low, players are trying to figure out how on earth this could have happened, and well, their veteran infielder Carlos Santana thinks he has the answer. He blames his Phillies teammates of sneaking off into the back of the locker room to play Fortnite in the middle of baseball games. And so what does he do? Well, he takes a bat and absolutely destroys a TV in the Phillies clubhouse, and that's that. No more Fortnite, and he would make sure of this. Okay, well, that has got to be a crazy turn of events that you've probably never heard before, right? A player feeling like he needed to completely annihilate a team's TV with a bat so others wouldn't play Fortnite so much is insane, but that was reality in 2018. And no, this wasn't just a lowly Phillies problem. That year, Major League Baseball was completely consumed by stories just like this one. This was the season where MLB was completely consumed and taken over by Fortnite right under their very noses. And here, I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. That year, the very team that won the World Series was the Boston Red Sox, and guess what? They happened to have one of the most Fortnite-obsessed teams in all of Major League Baseball that year. Their shortstop that year was Xander Bogaerts, and it's not like he was hitting the take the L emote at second base for seemingly no reason. Well, he did it for the most obvious reason, that is. Him and his teammates were absolutely addicted to Fortnite. Bogaerts had a monitor installed his locker to play Fortnite, and yes, a monitor installed to his locker to play Fortnite. It sounds ridiculous, it sounds like it's made up, and I wish I made that up. Actually, no, I don't. This is phenomenal. But what is even more insane is the fact that teammates JD Martinez, Chris Sale, and David Price also followed that very trend, and oh boy, David Price in Fortnite, lock in for this. David Price's Fortnite saga, if you will, got so bad that at one point the media reported that his level of Fortnite playing was, quote, an addiction. Other news outlets called it an obsession. And when he developed carpal tunnel syndrome after twice experiencing numbness in his pitching hand, the story went completely out of control for him. Think of it like this, because this is how it was. A Major League Baseball pitcher on a $217 million contract was missing games over an injury that had a chance to possibly stem from playing too much Fortnite, or as I like to think, David Price was at home cranking 90s to the nth degree day and night, and then playing baseball on the side. Because of this, the Red Sox would eventually ban Fortnite from being played in their clubhouse ahead of the next season, which if you ask me is completely ridiculous because Fortnite in the clubhouse led to a championship. Is there correlation? No, but let's pretend there was. Anyways, the Red Sox were not the only team to have had Fortnite get banned in the clubhouse ahead of the following season. Let's take a trip up north to go to the Six, or as I like to call it, a place where JT Realmuto can't travel during the 2020 season. The Toronto Blue Jays not only banned Fortnite, but they banned all video games with inside their clubhouse. And their manager publicly said it became a problem for the team that too many players were just spending too much time gaming. And again, these are professional athletes we're talking about here. And all over the MLB, they are just getting swallowed up by playing Fortnite every second of every day, just like I was when I was a freshman in high school in 2017, 2018. And guess what? If you make the connection, I should have been a professional baseball player, but I hurt my knee. So let's think of it like that. A high schooler like myself was addicted to Fortnite. So surely a lot of the young athletes on the Blue Jays were also heavily addicted. Well, you're wrong. The most Fortnite obsessed athlete on the Blue Jays that year was 35-year-old catcher Russell Martin, who carried a specific bag with him on road trips for, quote, video game supplies. But it was mostly just to play Fortnite, so he's just like me. And right about now, unless you're one of the many people around the world who might still romanticize about Fortnite in 2018 and get nostalgia for that like myself, you probably have no idea how any of this is even remotely possible. How are you a grown adult, a multi-millionaire MLB player, and you're seemingly as interested in video games as they are the sport they've played their whole lives? Well, it's pretty simple. 2018 Fortnite was a very, very special moment in time, one that should not be forgotten. So with that said, let me try to properly break down just how big Fortnite was and why it got so big inside of MLB clubhouses and vice versa. We'll get back to more of these stories in a bit, don't you worry. worry, but you all just need to understand the tidal wave of hype that this game brought and had in the general public's eye in that moment. Fortnite was and still is a free-to-play battle royale video game where 100 players compete to see who can survive the longest until there's one man standing or one team standing. And the big emphasis I want to put on that sentence is that it was free to play. That was the kicker with this video game. Anyone could pick it up and anyone could play it if you had a console or a PC that could run the game. And even though it was free, it still raked in $2.4 billion with a B in revenue in 2018 without actually selling the game to players. They made money off of skins and battle passes, they were called, that people bought to look cool in the game. And hey, I did it too. I was dripped out from head to toe with my Sparkle Specialist and I was hitting the Orange Justice without any shame over people's dead bodies. But that was Fortnite, and it's only gotten worse because now I'm grittying around the map wearing my OJ Simpson skin. This game was fresh and it was new. It had a creative or a unique art style that was really never seen before, and it had just the right level of challenge and just the right objective to get just about everyone absolutely hooked on this brand new game that was free to play. I mean, all you had to do was outlast everyone. I mean, it couldn't have been that hard, but for some people it was hard, such as my good friend Bobby. I think he played countless hours, painstaking hours to get his first win, but you do not ever forget your first win. In fact, if you are familiar with Fortnite, mine was right outside of Lonely Lodge, and I will never forget that. And sometimes I just want to go back to the good days. You know, when I didn't have to pay taxes, and I didn't have to go to college, and I had a lot of friends, and the point is, the game was massive. In fact, let's tie this all in real quick. It's gonna not make sense for a split second, but the biggest song in the world at the moment was God's Plan by Drake. Okay, I will tie this together, I promise you. 3 different people made Fortnite parodies of that song, and they now have over 1 million or 10 million views on YouTube. That got the attention of Drake, and he said, hey man, well, you know, what's Fortnite? What was this game everyone's playing? And that got the attention of Ninja, the biggest streamer in the world at the time, who was flossing on New Year's Eve. I mean, come on, look at this. How many other streamers ever have been flossing at Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve? I mean, none? Sorry, I'm starting to get very carried away. I'm having a lot of fun. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Drake and Ninja collabed and appeared on stream together on March 14th, and they would wind up winning a game in a squad, and this is one of the greatest squads ever assembled. It was Ninja, Drake, Travis Scott, and Pittsburgh Steelers' very own wide receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster. And before I go any further, I have to mention this clip.
Hey, Juju, you got Band-Aids?
Band-Aids?
So
ESPN, and yes, the sports network, would upload highlights from Ninja's live stream with these guys to YouTube, and at the moment, that video from ESPN has 860,000 views on a sports platform. By August 2018, 8.3 million people were playing Fortnite concurrently around the world, which is absolutely bonkers for video game numbers. And that was more than every other video game combined on Steam at that time. Game was estimated to be making around $1.5 million per day, and in April 2018, around the same time that the baseball season was about to be starting, Fortnite would bring in $300 million for themselves. And some of that money, funnily enough, was coming from MLB clubhouses and causing a lot of problems while doing so. Coming into that 2018 season, the defending champions in Major League Baseball were the totally not problematic or controversial Houston Astros. Astros outfielder Josh Reddick, who was on a $13 million salary that season, felt the need to buy over $100 worth of skins on teammate George Springer's account during spring training. A multimillionaire using grown man multimillionaire's money to buy different looks for a video game character. Now that is absolutely electric. Now, much like David Price, George Springer was also labeled as a Fortnite addict this season.
Do you have a second to talk about Fortnite?
Yeah.
The only difference this time was that Springer was actually calling himself a Fortnite addict this time. And in his own words, the Astros played Fortnite all day, every day. So hey, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right guys? And guess what? Springer, to really hammer this point, Springer was the one that most likely initiated that the Astros outfielders would be hitting Fortnite emotes after wins, and they did this more than once. But that is not the craziest way Fortnite affected the Houston Astros that season, by the way. Yeah, it gets worse. This is a very real quote from Astros star third baseman Alex Bregman on the impact of Fortnite on the Astros. Quote, "We used to chase girls, and now we play Fortnite," end quote. And if it couldn't get any better, he followed that gem up with, quote, "We finally have our priorities straight." So clearly Alex Bregman and much of America, I mean, we're all very alike. But with that said, this is one of the greatest sports quotes I have ever heard, and I might even hang this up on my wall. And to really hammer home the idea that Fortnite can only make you a better athlete, well, get this. That year, very few players in all of baseball were on the level of Alex Bregman. He could challenge almost whatever star he wanted to for having some of the best numbers in the league. He also decided to challenge other stars in Fortnite because of course he did. I mean, why not? So why not challenge the man who might go down as the best player of the generation of players coming into the league around the time?
Someone told me he challenged you to a Fortnite game. You guys are just exchanging usernames. Are you going to take him up on the challenge?
I definitely will. Yeah, we'll be on Fortnite here shortly, you know, so he's, I heard he's pretty good, so we'll see what he's all about.
So yeah, that's Aaron Judge dedicating an entire press conference to talking about Fortnite. And again, these guys talk just like I would. Like, hey, long day of school? Hey man, you gonna get on tonight? So clearly, I could have been Aaron Judge, just didn't pan out. So from the top down, everyone was playing Fortnite in baseball. Superstars like Judge and Bregman, and also it was reported and estimated that about 90% of all Major League players were grinding Fortnite during that 2018 season. And if a top minor league prospect decided to stream some Fortnite, you could definitely count on baseball people tuning in. Do those baseball people have any idea of how Fortnite works yet? No, but they're here anyway, digging for whatever they can out of Colorado Rockies top prospect Brendan Rodgers' Fortnite stream in the middle of June, which, side note, Rodgers was also quoted as saying, he sometimes valued Fortnite wins more than baseball wins because Fortnite wins, quote, come less often. Remember, this is a professional baseball player saying this. But crazily enough, Brendan Rodgers' Fortnite streams getting live tweet coverage from a top Rockies blog is not the biggest incident a baseball player found themselves in during that season. Let's meet Carlos Asueje. He plays second base for the San Diego Padres, and he's streaming Fortnite in September of 2018. In the call with him is Wil Myers, a teammate of his who might just be the best player the Padres have at the moment, and conversation eventually shifts to talking about their job, which as you know is Major League Baseball, and sometimes when you let the boys talk late at night, anything could happen. And this time, you know, they start to talk about their problems, or sometimes their problems with their bosses, who happen to be the Padres manager, Andy Green, and they didn't exactly like how he was running the team. And the best part about this, there was one little problem. Wil Myers had no idea that Asueje is live streaming this game, and this conversation is open to the public for anyone to hear.
The Padres are doing cutoff and relays tomorrow at 3 o'clock in September, dude. Are you guys gonna do pop-up com too? Oh my god, bro, it's so miserable, man. It's insane.
Will, did you hear they're calling up
Andy could not be any worse than he is right now.
Dude,
hey, I got a mini for you, Grubby. What'd you say, Carl?
Streaming this.
Streaming.
So, of course, Wil Myers apologizes to Andy Green over critical remarks in Fortnite livestream, says the headlines the next day. And of course, that is just about the most unexpected headline to come out of baseball since David Price's carpal tunnel syndrome one. 2018 Fortnite was ripping at the very fabric of baseball, or so it seemed. If you, for some weird reason, clicked off this video by now, you'd probably only think Fortnite was a bad thing for baseball that year. And all Fortnite did was drag people apart and create chaos in the league. But just stop for a moment with me, especially if you were also on the Fortnite grind at the time. You would fully understand why this game has consumed all these people just like it did us back in the day. And if you're still watching this video, I would probably guess that you loved Fortnite in 2018 and you miss playing it with your friends, because we've all grown up and each of our friend groups have gone different ways. And I really miss you guys, and if you want to play Fortnite again, you should message me. And thankfully for my case, plenty of Major League ball players had that same issue, and Fortnite was a big role in their lives and played a major role in this story too. Cincinnati Reds reliever David Hernandez used Fortnite to bond with people important to him, running up squads with his two sons and teammate Amir Garrett, with Garrett later saying Hernandez threatened to ground his 8-year-old son if he left the squad. Texas Rangers reliever Jake Diekman says the whole Rangers bullpen played Fortnite with each other.
What are you crazy kids playing these days, Jake?
Playing when all the crazy kids are playing Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite.
Yeah.
And Yankees minor leaguer Brady Lau claimed that he would both play Fortnite 8 hours a day and use the game to get to know his teammates better before the season would start.
When I came out, I felt like I was bonding with all the guys like Greg Bird, Judgy, Monty, Holder, all these guys. Everybody, we jumped on PlayStation. We were like, let's play, and then we're catching up in the offseason, so it was kind of cool.
And Baltimore Orioles players Cedric Mullins, Ryan Mountcastle, and Hunter Harvey had the same story come out about them becoming friends through Fortnite during the 2018 Orioles season. All around baseball, players were making new friends and connections with teammates and other guys around the league through a video game, and that's gotta be warming your heart like nothing else does anymore. Because I mean, come on. But sometimes, some of these guys would take this to a whole new level. Minnesota Twins reliever and current great content creator Trevor May was also on a pro esports team during this season. So he combined his two loves by hosting Fort Day at the Twins Stadium, where he and teammate Mitch Garver played Fortnite with some of the game's most popular streamers on the field. And after the season ended, the baseball community gathered in Las Vegas for winter meetings. 2018 Cy Young Award winner Blake Snell hosted a Fortnite tournament exclusively for MLB players. It's not every day you see MLB Network cover the winter meetings and they interview big leaguers about their Fortnite tournaments.
Yeah, we just got invited out for the Fortnite tournament.
The MLB player Fortnite tournament meta would carry into 2019 as well, with the Atlanta Braves hosting a Fortnite tournament for all their players and streaming it to the team's social medias for everyone to see. But there's one more way a baseball player can enjoy Fortnite, and this one might be the coolest way possible to play any video game ever. You see, on April 15th, 2018, Cleveland Indians staff members decided to occupy themselves during a rain delay by playing Fortnite on the Stadium Jumbotron. Milwaukee Brewers outfielder Brett Phillips and pitcher Josh Hader must have seen that and had the light bulb go off inside their heads, because a little under a month later, they were seen out in the stands on a beautiful day in Milwaukee playing Fortnite on the stadium's Jumbotron as well. And now that's how you game in the big leagues.